boy. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. PS2 2004 stealth action. KCJ Konami. So this was 3 years after Metal Gear Solid 2 came out. And this one is kind of a departure from the other first two. It's certainly something. It's certainly something. Okay. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So we got the snake down here. We've got somebody up there. Sure. Tactical espionage action, just like the other ones. M for mature. This is a Sony online game, broadband and dial-up, because that was the thing. So any games that had online functionality had this logo somewhere on the cover art. And the online functionality for this game is interesting, which we will get into later. All right, Metal Gear Solid 3. Hold big wall of text here on the back of the box. Rival nations are secretly developing weapons that could threaten the future of mankind. Deep in the jungle, an elite soldier must combine stealth with survival to infiltrate the enemy and stop a weapon of mass destruction from triggering the largest full-scale war that the world has ever seen. Oh, that was a long sentence. Go behind enemy lines in this riveting story of peace, love, and war from award-winning director Hideo Kojima. Sure. All right, new era, the 1960s. Battle of ideologies, relive history as the Cold War and geopolitical landscape change. New gameplay, survival. I'm pretty sure the objective in the other games is to also survive, but it's the focus of this one. Hey, don't die. Hey, don't die. Outsmart enemies with camouflage, close quarters combat, stalking, interrogating, climbing, hunting, and treating injuries. Hey, Zach. New setting, the jungle. Metal Gear 1 was in the jungle, wasn't it? But let's not worry about that. Pitch yourself against an environment where traps catch enemies and prey, threats lurk in the shadows, and noises alert predators. Okay. Epic musical score composed by Harry Gregson Williams of Shrek fame. And immersive Dolby Pro Logic 2 surround sound. Sure. Shed your skin and blend into any area by downloading new camouflage uniforms. So this is part of the online experience for this one. MetalGearSolid.com. Sure. I think that's it for stuff in the back there. So, single player game, according to this, which is weird. Okay, never mind. I'm mixing this up with Metal Gear 4. Never mind. 90 kilobytes for the save. It was 80 kilobytes for the Metal Gear 2 save. So interesting. Analog control, vibration, pressure sensitive. Online is optional. One player network adapter. We will see what that is later. Players are responsible for all applicable internet fees. So if you're connecting through dial-up to download your skins, you got to pay for those charges there. So we got the old Dolby Pro Logic 2 logo here, DVD-ROM, of course, and we got blood and gore, intense violence, language, and sexual themes to look forward to here. And here is what the disc looks like. It's pretty much the cover art for that one. All right. So there is a manual for this one. Once you get to like the PS2 era, let's say like from like 2002 onwards, manuals just became kind of useless from then on. So there is a manual for this, but for one, there's not a whole lot that the game art doesn't already tell you. Also, the scan for the manual I found is like unreadable, so this isn't of great utility to me. There is, however, a comic in this, just like the Metal Gear Solid 2 manual. So it's actually done in a different style to the other one. This one's more like, it looks like they took some screenshots from the game and applied like Photoshop filters to it. for the comic, unlike like the manga hand-drawn one of Metal Gear Solid 2. So it's kind of a step backwards here in terms of manual production quality for this, but delicious. To be continued. So let's do it. Let's hop into Snake Eater. So I will mention I have played through Snake Eater before once, and it was like 15 years ago. So this might as well be blind for me. So I'm gonna request, if you got any tips, hints, or spoilers, put them in the spoiler tag. As always, where's the thing here? So use the slash spoiler to put all your spoilers in there. I will not hear them in my TTS. I will not see them because they will just look like a block of black text. Make sure to do that, please. And that is also not just for me. That's also for people who have also not played the game before and would probably like to not be spoiled for the broadcast for it. So there you go. Make sure to make use of that function. I appreciate it, and I'm sure others do too. So that said, let's get into it here, shall we? All right. Metal Gear Solid 3, huh? So if I remember correctly, this game is about the same length as Metal Gear Solid 2, I think. So gonna be roughly 11 hours, let's say, probably, maybe. All right. So there isn't a movie that plays at the beginning here. Okay. So there's a mode here called Snake versus Monkey. We will check that out after I beat the game. But this is a very weird thing that they included with this. So there's nothing particularly special in special mode. So captions, I'm gonna leave that on. That's all fine. Okay. And yeah, I'm pretty sure special is just, yeah. So there's camouflage downloading, but I'm pretty sure those servers just don't exist anymore. All right, new game. I'm playing the MGS series for the first time. Nope. I like MGS1. I like MGS2. I like both of them. I guess this like changes your controls, I guess, is what this does. I'm gonna say MGS2 because I liked the control method of that more. I did like MGS1 more though as a game, but if this is for the difference between first person mode and not first person mode, then I think I'll choose MGS2. Okay. And then difficulty, normal is the standard difficulty level. Hard is for confident players. I'm not confident. Easy is for non-action experts. That's a weird way to put that. And very easy is for beginners. Sure. But we're going to do normal, the standard difficulty. Let's go. All right.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Hey, Shatak. Yeah, apparently the Subsistence has some mechanical changes to it. The crab battle. I was actually looking through my backups of PS3 games. I actually have that. I have that Genji game for the hit the giant enemy crab in the weak spot for massive damage. I have that. That's on the same. I have a few hard drives scattered around that have all my PS3 discs on it.
Flying over package.
Okay, can we?
30,000 feet.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
We can't. We can't zoom in the camera on
20
this.
minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
All right. You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waist know what he's doing?
Is that Raiden? Is that Raiden? Are we playing as Raiden?
Release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Wait, that's
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
no way. Have I been bamboozled again?
Sunrise.
There's the D&B.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off. Stand by. Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
That okay. That seems unnecessary to do the flips. All right.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous Mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous Mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
It wasn't Mr. Rossetti.
He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story, so why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the West. We used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight.
Yeah, so far pretty easy to follow.
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
I still can't zoom in the camera. What is this? How do I know if this is real time or not, Kojima? Well, they had it in regular Metal Gear Solid 2.
Jack, your mission is
Oh, there we
to
go.
infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
That must be why, because they had this for some scenes.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
That seems safe.
Surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Still can't zoom in the camera. Write it. AKA Jack. All right. Okay. So this is different from Metal Gear 2. So the right stick does that. Okay. Okay. R1 still does that. That still does that. Feels like there's a little bit of a delay on controls. Wake up from fake death. Sure. All right, calorie mate. This is got some product placement here. And the knife. Slash, firm to stab. All right, can we do some first-person stabbing? We can. All right. Okay, so in the upper left, there's our health, and then it's also psyche, I think. So we're at 55% camo. Okay. All right, food. Oh, that's right. Okay. This game, it's still circle button for that. R1 viewer, sure. Yep, there's us. Well, it's weird because I was playing. I tried a little bit of Metal Gear Solid 4 this afternoon to make sure it worked, and that game has circle button confirm. Circle button confirm. Okay. Oh god, you have a calorie mate. Did those things ever expire?
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. Oh, and Snake,
Yeah,
the crew isn't watching anymore. You can take off the disguise now.
good idea. This isn't right. Time for the snake to shed his skin.
Oh, man. Bamboozled again. You got me. Snake. Okay. Still can't zoom in.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? This is Snake. Kept you waiting, huh?
This will be a sneaking mission.
I don't think Space
Not be
Oddity
seen by the enemy.
was even out
Leave no trace of your presence.
by
Is that clear? This kind
this
of
part of the
infiltration is the Fox unit's
timeline.
speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some
Tranquilizer
medical
gun.
supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
All right. Make sure that's in the memory of the radio. It is. Okay. Yep, Major Tom, sure. Yep, and speaking of Bowie, we're going to be doing Omicron at some point in the future. Okay, so there's that. Where Cyber Bowie is part of that game. And I'm going to do the Dreamcast version, because apparently the PC version's got problems. Even though I have that version. Oh, there it is. Okay.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack. Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance. You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 hush puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger-happy with it. The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She?
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short.
Oh, man.
You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield.
Canon name.
No one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
Wow, they're
I
related.
wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
4573.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
The boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
It's small boss,
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
not big boss.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top-secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't...
So half an hour into the game,
What's most important
I've
is
been in
spirit.
control of my
Spirit
character
and
for
body
about
are like two
30
sides of a
seconds.
single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top-secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more. That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
Exactly,
People
Toaster.
aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your codename is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit, a group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember. After all, this is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Where are you, boss? Next to the major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Can I play the game now? Nope.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing Virtuous Mission now.
Okay. All right. So we got 4 suppressors, looks like. Okay. All right. So north is probably that way. All right. So okay, good. Those are all in there. Okay.
Saving the game, Snake?
Okay. Yep, this is the original version. This isn't Subsistence. This is the original one. Because yeah, I think that was what they changed in Subsistence was you can spin the camera. Yep, this is the original one. This is not Subsistence. It's not the 3DS version. It's not the collection versions. This is taking forever to save. Holy shit. Hopefully it doesn't take that long every time. So I'm using a different memory card.
Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
Huh.
No, what is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Okay. I'm undecided right now if that was better or worse than the typical Rose conversation. I guess just by virtue of not having Raiden on the other end of the line, it's probably automatically better. Okay. All right, so we're going north to the abandoned factory or something. Yeah, it does. It does exactly remind me of Deadly Premonition. I was going to mention that earlier. Hey, Zach, remember that one movie? You know, the one where people did the thing. Okay. I don't see any snakes that I can stab. Luckily, oh, there's some gators. Okay. Let's knock out the gator. Yeah, we're having Florida problems right now. All right. I'm gonna stab the hell out of this. Oh no. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gator. Oh. Thought I saw a snake. Okay, there's... Is that something I can... Okay. Alright. Fruitsy. There's two more up there. Oh, there we go. Alright. Snake. Alright. Reticulated python. Captured alive? Sure. Taste unknown. Okay. So we can eat this snake later. Probably delicious. Look at that thing. Okay. Hey, Hywen. Yeah, it's almost like Star Ocean level of like, okay, we need to figure out what each character's favorite food is. Okay. So the suppressor has limited use, so I can't go shooting everything. Okay. Man, the frame rate for this one, not so good compared to 2.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Okay. So it's probably all the grass and vegetation is probably why the frame rate's so bad. Okay. Uh-oh. Can't do this. Nope. That'll get you canceled. It's 2021. Come on, can't do that. Metal Gear. All right, woodland, probably what we want here. And leave. Okay. All right, we good. So, even though they have AKs, I highly doubt I can take their AKs because reasons? Gameplay reasons? And I'm assuming I'm still heading north. Yep. I'm practically a Kokiri right now. Okay. Bug juice. Yeah, if we were an 1800s chimney sweep, we would be in there. They would never find us. I'm not sure if I want to waste, what did we get? Bug juice? Didn't it say we... Okay, bug juice. What? Is that insect repellent? I guess? Oh, also, I've already got all this crap equipped. Okay, what else do I have here? Sonar? Detects animals with sound waves. Consumes battery power. Okay. I don't remember that at all. Motion detector does not detect stationary battery power. Okay, so all this crap I'm never going to use, it looks like, because battery power. We have 5 fake death pills for some reason. Scar, scope. Okay. Most of that I'm never going to use. Okay. Okay. Forget if I could see around me. I don't know why it goes into first person mode when you're in the grass, because this is like I would like to see not the grass. Okay, so there's the guard. Okay, so let's just fix our guard problem here. This aiming is really touchy. Okay. Can I not pick up bodies? Okay. Grenade. Alright. Gonna drop your AK maybe? No. Okay. Likely not that way. Okay, there's a guard there.
Who was that? What was that? Who's that?
Alright, it's fine. We just roll away our problems. This. Can I just take off the silencer? Alright, get up, Snake. This aiming is great, of course. Okay.
Snake, answer me! Snake!
Snake is dad. What? Wait, what? Oh, hey. I'm not an alert anymore. This works out better. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? Just, yeah. If you're alerted, just screen transition and then die. Easy. Okay, so it appears you gotta be, like, really close for these to be effective. Either that or I'm not quite aiming correctly.
Huh? The enemy's here.
What? Like where?
What's wrong? Come in, HQ.
This is HQ.
Control here. The enemy is attacking from an unknown position. Begin the alert status.
What's going on?
Okay. So the part that's aiming
There's something wrong. Support unit, confirm their status.
is slightly below where I think it is. Oh god. Okay. Let's Oh boy. Very different. Okay, then they just leave. Come on, get up. Are you... What? What is going on here? What? Dude. This wind is... Get up there, Snake. Come on. Okay. I thought there was a guard over here. There is. Okay. Interesting that gun or no gun doesn't seem to affect camouflage levels. At least the drops are a lot more forthcoming in this game compared to the earlier ones.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
Northeast section.
Northeast.
Got it.
Okay.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. And do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, And one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Dragons
Sorry for
don't
being so late.
sleep.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Okay. So can't be an alert phase. Easy, no problem. Almost never happens to me. Okay, so we got a little opening here. All right. So we got a fence off to our right. Eh. Yep. Yeah, this game compared to 2 just requires so much more actual stealth. Get up, Snake. So yeah, it's weird. There's like a little bit of a input delay in this one compared to the others. All right, I can there. Get that. Okay.
You're seeing things.
Okay. All right. Have some delicious rat. What is this? Mouse trap, okay. Yeah, we're catching all these Poker Man. So this looks like it probably opens, but can't do anything now. So let's see. So this way's north, I think? Maybe? Okay. We got another snick there. Okay. Yeah, it's weird trying to figure out exactly what the range is. All right. Hello? Isn't there a door there? Okay. Okay. Easy. Oh man, 10 FPS.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men?
You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word.
Well, I guess the upside
No time for this.
of not having codec here
Before they arrive.
is that we get more cutscenes like this, like fully animated ones.
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt?
You might know him from American Gladiators.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the army and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
All right.
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during the test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process. Or so it would seem.
No, it's alright. It isn't like the plane's got limited fuel or anything.
I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
Alright, we're gonna strap you to a balloon. It might break your neck, but...
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so? America's truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts?
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
That whole conversation was in English. Okay. Colonel.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point. We'll rendezvous with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
What about the boss?
We lost contact with the boss some time ago.
What happened?
It's probably just a weak signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
You know, on the submarine. Okay. So we're heading back south, I guess? I think the drop zone was the same as the recovery zone. Yep. They only got one bar on that submarine. I wonder if that was actually a thing of having the monocle attached to the earring thing. Or if that's just some high art things. Monocle attached to nose ring, as seen on The Fifth Element.
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Oh, man.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Ocelot unit of Spetsnaz.
Huh?
What's a GRU soldier doing here?
Soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
Ocelot.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
All right. Semi-auto pistol Ocelot. Getting it done.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the GRU.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
GRU operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do, but testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Man, the frame rate in this game.
But that was some fancy shooting.
Not great.
You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
And I don't think it looks like substantially better than 2. But it's got to be the foliage that's doing that.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Okay, are we getting a lethal weapon now? Maybe. Yeah, Zone of the Enders 1 and 2 are on the to-do list. And I'm gonna be doing the original versions of those as well. Okay. So I'm assuming these guys just got nothing. Because yeah, I played Zone of the Enders 1 quite a few times actually, but 2 never played. And then there's also what the Game Boy Advance Fist of Mars thing. Okay, so we got another suppressor out of this. Any other items that I missed here? I'm assuming the perimeter guards are gone. Yeah, the only things that I really know about Zoe 2 is that it's got anime in it. And that's the only thing I know about Zoe 2 compared to 1. Okay, so we got another suppressor. Health is we're at 75% food. Okay, so I'm assuming this is the only way south. Upward, downward. Okay. B1F, 2F. Okay. Oh, there's an actual anime? Nice. Next. There. It looks like there's an area I didn't explore in the top right, but that's probably not an issue. Okay. Alright. Let's eat this rat. I'm sure this will be delicious. All right. Delicious. A little disappointed they didn't have animations for eating things.
You okay? Those men were from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
That's what they were making you build?
Yes. The Shagohod. The treading behemoth. A tank capable of launching nuclear IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain?
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo.
Metal Gear.
Is that thing finished?
The Shagohod.
This is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2?
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America. Please,
bro, that ain't...
Take me to America.
That ain't happening.
Quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I think stealth is out of the question if I gotta babysit this guy. Also, there's gators in the next screen. Small boss. Oh no. What are you doing here?
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
No, not the bees. Oh, jeez.
Hornets.
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more.
Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself. It's raining blood. Is he crying?
Spooky ghost. All right. Sure.
Kuwabara, Kuwabara.
Very cinematic frame rates in this one.
Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
Boss, what is this?
I'm defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Recoilless nuclear warheads. These will make a fine gift for me.
This can't be happening.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Ow.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live. If Khrushchev finds out about this, we're finished. Must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
The new blood has been rejected.
Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it. Stay with me. I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First, we've got to get you patched up.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone, and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left analog stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left analog stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages.
I don't know. They can be psychic.
For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up.
There is precedent for psychic
full of
characters.
blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
Okay. All right. Cure. All right. Cut. Broken bone. Okay. Disinfect. Bandage. Okay. Let's disinfect. Septic. Deep cut. Suture. Bandage. Okay. Bleeding, no bandage. Okay. Broken bone. Bone fractures, no bandage. Okay. All right, put a band-aid on our broken bone. Bleeding. All right. Okay, sure. Hey, Hayden.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
I thought we already had a recovery balloon. Hey, Alyssa.
Shagohod.
Nice and discreet way to transport their secret weapon.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death.
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
But you only have one.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
All right. Great place to save, sure. All right, hopefully the save doesn't take like a literal minute again this time. Man, saves take forever in this one. This has got to be the different card that I'm using. All right, this is incentive enough to not save often, I guess. This is like a PS1 save. Okay. Nope. Now we get the title card.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. Someday you go through the rain, and someday you'll feed on a tree frog. It's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream, snake eater. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
All right, much better song than the Metal Gear Solid 2's jazz song. 1 week later, okay?
Currently flying over the Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous Mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
No. This fox is still one step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an unexpected call.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKB 754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard then? The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss?
The Boss.
The mother of your special forces?
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
Oh, 2.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells.
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. But serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision.
Wikipedia.
Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons.
Yeah, the Davy Crockett was a real thing.
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in a violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little co-action?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week, and if it is not too much to ask, something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
A nuclear attack on the United States?
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
Disposal?
If you fail, it will mean the beginning of a new world war.
To put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear conflict, we have to prove that America was not involved in that explosion.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove America's innocence?
Right.
Sure.
The higher-ups have decided that you're the only one capable of pulling this off. You were her last apprentice. Screw this one up, and we'll both be 6 feet under. There's no choice.
Okay.
Are the Russians going to be helping us?
The KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Oh, jeez. Suddenly, controller vibration.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Yeah, did MiG pilots back then have full pressure suits on? I didn't think they could go high enough that they needed that. All right, so the tutorial's almost over.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss.
All right, easy.
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volgin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? It came out last year.
Oh, must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels. It was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous Mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint.
Sigint.
He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. You'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How'll I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and "Lali Lule Lo."
Lali Lule Lo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent, to the Khrushchev regime at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Well, he'll be dead either way, so whatever. Okay. All right, let's check in with Sigint.
Yo, you're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close.
Huh?
I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Ah.
I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
All right. Could he design a better battery for all those things? Because that will be even more helpful. Okay, so we got our knife. Ooh, the knife is a separate thing now. Okay. What? Okay. All right, come here, snake. Stab you a bit here. Okay, and we got a splint. Sure. All right. All right. Just stab random things and get random things. Okay. There's something right here. Okay. Easy. Okay. Anything else we got in here? Siberian ink cap? Sure. Frogs. Okay. Okay, so those aren't in cages. I don't know if food spoils in this. Sure, this seems safe. Hey, we found some mushrooms. Let's eat them. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, camo. Okay, so still similar camo to before. Okay. All right. So we have no suppressor. 5 stun grenades. Okay. Okay, so where are we? Oh, that. Okay. Dramuch East? Sure. I don't recognize the name of this area. North. This is the gator screen, I think. I hear something moving out there. Okay, there's some snakes. Okay, and this is a one-way trip. Stab that snake. Okay. Oh, snake in that tree. thought that was our plane making horse noises.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
What are you doing here?
Just got a sweet aluminum foil suit. Hey, that's my gun. Hey.
Go home. Go home. Gru and my sons are waiting up ahead. You don't have a prayer of finishing your mission. You're not even armed.
Boss!
I'm not your boss anymore. There's nothing for you here. Go home. Go back to your boss. There's no need to prove that you are virtuous here. This isn't America.
What? I don't think bullets are supposed to do that.
That should stir things up a bit. You'd better hurry.
I'm not even sure about the physics of that.
The border is 60 miles.
Okay, there's spooky ghost right behind her.
To run that far.
Why'd you defect?
I didn't. I'm loyal to the end, to my purpose. What about you, Jack? What's it going to be? Loyalty to your country or loyalty to me? Your country or your old mentor? The mission or your beliefs? Your duty to your unit or your personal feelings? You don't know the truth yet. But sooner or later, you'll have to choose. I don't expect you to forgive me. But you can't defeat me either. You know me too well. Just look at that bandana. If you can't put the past behind you, you won't survive long.
Ow!
If we meet again, I'll kill you.
Jesus.
Now, go home.
Snake just getting owned over and over again in this game. It's alright, we'll just put a bandage on it. He'll be fine.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know. But what was the boss doing in the first place? There's got to be a leak somewhere.
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the Russians. That she'd double-cross us like this. But that's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat her.
That's not the problem. In terms of sheer technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Oh, great. All right, first order of business. Rub some dirt on my hand, kiss it, and it'll be all better. What? A horse stepped on my hand, and that's not a problem? Okay. Sure. Okay, game. Okay. That must have been a very light horse.
What the?
Oh.
I'm just seeing things.
What?
What's this?
HQ, please respond.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. It appears we've been infiltrated. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Okay. So which? So I need to go. I guess I want to go right to the north, past them. Okay. I can probably just crawl my way out of this. Yeah, this is the original, not subsistence. Can't spin the camera in this one.
Who's that? Who's that? What?
Just stab him right in the knee.
We need backup.
All right, it's fine. Okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. As long as we transition screens and then die, we're good. Assuming this works exactly as it did in the previous area. Okay. Alright, just keep stabbing their leg. Okay, it's fine. Hey, Xyles. What are you? Okay. Alright, it's fine. Snake, come on. Okay. All right. It's fine. It's fine. Things have been going good.
Somebody there? See it.
God, this... Alright. It's fine. We can just... do lots of rolling and stabbing. I thought this area was, like, irradiated. Okay. Alright. Hey, keep moving. Keep moving, Snake. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. All right. Perfect. Okay.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Acknowledged.
Yeah, sometime this week I should be doing some EU friendly streams during the afternoon for me, so I guess like late evening for EU. For Panzer Dragoon Saga, because I'm gonna have a bit more time during the day. Because school is kind of winding down for me. I'm actually gonna be done with one of my classes like 6 weeks early. Pretty soon. So my free time is slowly going up. Okay. So we're looking for Adam somewhere around here. Yes, European Extreme, exactly. But yeah, for the short term, streaming wise, Metal Gear Solid 3 here. 4, which I got installed on my PS3 and working and ready to go. Then I think I'm also gonna do Revengeance and Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, maybe. Or I might take a break from Metal Gear after Metal Gear Solid 4 and do Revengeance and both parts of 5 later. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. And then I got plenty of other stuff alongside it. Like, I am going to do Metroid 2 on the Game Boy. I decided that today. I put that on my Mister. Apparently it's got the Game Boy Color has a palette for it built into it, so I don't have to play it in black and white. And weirdly enough, it looks better than the NES Metroid, which is weird. It's probably because it's so zoomed in compared to the Metroid, and also it's like 91. Okay.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Okay.
Patrol here. No problem.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about Peace Walker. I saw, as far as Ghost Babel goes, the Game Boy Color Metal Gear Solid, I looked up what you get from that in regards to other games mentioning Ghost Babel. And Ghost Babel is mentioned twice total in the whole series. And one of them was in Metal Gear Solid 2 towards the end when the Colonel is doing his Colonel things towards the end. And then the other one is a one-sentence line in Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, it doesn't appear to be it doesn't appear to be important at all to the series canon, so I think I will skip out on Ghost Babel. Got a corporate box right now. Oh, we have to equip it. That's right. Yeah, apparently that's the weird thing with Ghost Babel is that it's like an alternate reality or something. Retelling. Yeah.
Adam is a spy sent by the KGB to infiltrate Volgin's ranks. You'll need to be extremely careful in how you approach him.
Obviously. He can't let Volgin know he's meeting me.
That's right. Adam won't show up if you're being pursued by the enemy. Before you go to rendezvous with Adam, make sure you haven't been seen by the enemy. Meet up with him in normal phase. Got it?
Okay. Well, maybe this isn't... Can I open lockers in this? Thermal goggles, okay. Battery power, of course. Oh, I have to... This equipping item thing, kind of annoying. Okay, don't need that. Want that, want that. Probably won't be using those for... Okay, sure. Or that. Okay. Oh, I can quick equip. All right, we can quick equip our frog. Sure. All right, paramedic. Tell me about frog.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Huh?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I can see you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you.
Huh.
Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there.
Huh?
You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Sure. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's the battery meter. Interesting. So it's not all red like it was in the other ones. Okay. That battery's draining pretty quickly. Okay. All right. So it was. If it spin them even more. Even more than that. Is it something that shows up in the cure menu or something? It seems fine here. Maybe it's in this. Oh, there you go. Okay, yep. He's just... Nice. He throws up a bunch of sand. Sure. All right, we made some room for some frog.
Pretty tasty.
All right. Pretty tasty. Okay. So I could have sworn there was a door to the south. Yep. Okay.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer me! Trapped.
Uh-oh.
Get down!
Okay, but what's the password?
There is your answer.
Okay, but what's the password?
The name's Eva.
You got to be ready for those R1 prompts. Come out of nowhere.
This wasn't part of the plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were?
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
.45, huh? Incredible.
Do you like it?
Snake gets very excited.
Ramp is polished to a mirror sheen.
Very excited over guns.
It's been reinforced, and the interlock with the frame is tightened for added precision. The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed down for a higher grip. And not only that, nearly every part of this gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
They had congrats on GDQ submission.
I grabbed it from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from. You had this with you, didn't you? Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then?
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
Where?
At the lab. They've got a whole army of scientists there developing new weapons. Security is tight, but if you disguise yourself as a scientist, you might be able to sneak in.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear. First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area, and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave, and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse, and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
Cool story, Snake.
Right, let's get going.
Man,
Wait a
this
minute.
frame rate.
What now?
So bad.
Must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something. Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more.
Oh.
You look disappointed. All right, then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
She's right, Snake. You should get some sleep. Although in your condition, you really ought to be back in the ICU. Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep. Sleeping allows you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how long you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt,
That's right.
the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So the battery is dead in my PS2. And the internal clock is not set correctly. So I forgot that's actually important for this game. So starting from next time, I'll actually have the proper time set for this. Oh, man. I forgot that's actually an issue with this game. Because, yeah, it says January 3rd, 2000. Okay. And that's actually the perfect stopping point for tonight. I got class tomorrow morning. So we'll let this save, and of course the saves take forever. So yeah. We should be very well rested because it will have been 21 years and 3 months later between saves. I don't think the game actually checks for time travel. That goes forward in time. Back in time might be an issue. And also there's a later game mechanic where time does matter later in the game. I remember that being a thing. But for now, it is not an issue. Okay. So we'll see this cutscene next time. Alright, let's cut the timer.